Here with Badir again, basically keeping me alive here in Lebanon, right?
That's a hard task.
Yeah, you had your hands full, right?
Welcome to Lebanon.
Welcome back to Beirut, Lebanon. Today I'm going to show you the strange situation here with the currency. There's multiple exchange rates. The official exchange rate is $1 equals around 1500 Lebanese lira or pound. There's an exchange office behind me. I'm going to go exchange $5 and see what I come out with. The exchange office that I'm going to now is actually a black market exchange rate that I'll be receiving. That's what it's known by here. Lebanon currently has an extreme issue with inflation. In November 2019, the banking system completely collapsed and basically froze everybody's money in their bank accounts. So if people had their entire life savings in bank accounts here in Lebanon, they've lost their money until further notice. It's not looking likely they're going to get their money back. So everybody's money is frozen in bank accounts. They can't access it. Okay, so I just exchanged the money. I got 30,000 for $5, which is a rate of 6,000 for the dollar, which isn't actually the current rate. It's actually 6,800. is currently what they should be charging at the moment. When I went to the guy firstly, he said 6,700 per dollar, and I was like, that's fair enough. And then I got the money out, it was a $5 note, and he's like, no, 6,000 per dollar. And I was like, I thought you said 6,700. He said, oh no, that's for $100 or more exchanged. So fair enough. The point is, even with a small amount of money, you're still getting 4 times the official exchange rate. So if you come to Lebanon, make sure you check up on the different rates and things, because they change drastically, and it depends on what exchange office you get. You know, exchange offices all over the world, that's their job to make money, so they'll do their best to make it. You had your hands full, right?
Welcome to Lebanon.
As you saw, I just exchanged some money, and I thought I might get a local man to explain, you know, from his perspective and a bit more detail about the whole exchange situation. So Badir, you were saying there's 3 different exchange rates.
We still got the official exchange rate that is still in the, you could find it, just Google it, and it's 1515 or 1512 or whatever, which is 1,500 per $1. And this is the official rate that Central Bank of Lebanon is using. And we got the other official rate that is used by exchange shops and banks, etc., which varies between 3,850 to 3,900 per $1 to Lebanese liras. The third thing, which is the crazy one, at a point it reached up to 10,000, which is the black market rate. Officially, no one can use it. Everything is under the hood, where it varies. Like, for example, today it's 6,800 something. Yesterday was something else. Tomorrow it's going to be something else.
So basically, when you get out of bed, you never know what the exchange rate's going to be. You don't know how much money will buy what. Just to give a quick example, I'll use Starbucks because it's relatively universal. If you use the black market rate here, it's $1.50, the largest Starbucks coffee, delivered to your hotel. Obviously, if you're in Europe or the US, you could be looking at, you know, 10 euros for something like that. So that should give you a bit of the idea, and that's reflective across all society with all food products and things, right?
If you pay by card?
Right, and so if you pay by card, you get charged the first rate, which is 1.5.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
it's kind of complicated and crazy to figure it out and how to deal with it. Unfortunately, but you know, the downside of this is when the dollar goes up in the black market, everything becomes more expensive. But when it drops down, nothing drops, it stays up. And then when it goes up again, and things will go up again. So the inflation is getting more than 560 or 600. Things are getting more expensive, even when the exchange rate in the black market drops.
this is all heading in a very worrying direction. I've noticed around the streets. I was obviously here in 2018. You know, there was a few homeless people around, but now it seems like, you know, on every corner,
Countless.
You can't keep track of how many homeless people there are living on the streets. There's mattresses and things. Like you were saying, there's a famine predicted for the end of this year as well. So,
and you could see the signs of it. Lots of homeless people. Recently, we've heard on the news, and some of them we've just seen in the past couple of days. Brands, they are shutting off. They're closing.
They're pulling out of Lebanon.
Yeah,
it's not
even
worth
Coca-Cola. You know, Coca-Cola, they shut off like a few months ago. Only Pepsi is functioning in Lebanon.
Because it's just not worth it for them. The economy is just so loose, and it's
exactly.
unpredictable, and they're losing a lot of
and
money.
These signs are not good. So looks like we are expecting more complicated future regarding economy, regarding inflation, regarding everything else. Everything is getting expensive. So to sum up, what we are experiencing right now and what's going on in Lebanon and economically is not very good. Things are getting way more expensive. The effect of that on people, locals, refugees, everyone who is living in Lebanon, it's becoming more and more challenging every single day. Shortage of medicine, shortage of supplies. Things are not promising, at least in the near future. But we always have hope. We always look for tomorrow. We always believe that one day things will change and will change for the better. I've seen positive sides as well. People care for people. Humans care for human beings. All you guys or everyone who is hearing me, I would like to shout out a big thank you to every single one of you, pushing us, empowering us, strengthening us, enforcing us to keep on moving, to keep on living, to keep on fighting another day. We're never gonna give up. We're never gonna stand down. Shukran.
Shukran. So we've come down to this boardwalk area with skyscrapers, and there's like a yacht club here and everything, like super yachts called Zaytuna Bay. There's like 5-star restaurants and very, very developed area, skyscrapers and everything. Just thought it'd be good to show you, you know, this side of Beirut. I've obviously shown you a lot of struggle and pain and everything, and you know, here is another side of Beirut. You know, there are families enjoying nice meals and things. I have showed you a lot of poverty on this trip, purposefully to document the lives, share the story, raise awareness of the situation here, hopefully raise some funds on top of that. But I thought just tonight I'd show you around the other end of the spectrum.
Keep on moving, to keep on living, to keep on fighting another day. We're never gonna give up. We're never gonna stand down.
So I'm back in Europe. What an emotional roller coaster that trip was. I mean, I wasn't expecting Lebanon to really grab my heart like it did. Like I just mentioned, you know, I showed a lot of the, you know, the downside of Lebanon, and that was the goal, because these videos are to show the situation, to document them. But also on the back of it, we are doing a fundraising campaign, as you've seen, to help the people in Lebanon, people that are recovering from the Beirut blast that left 300,000 people homeless, rebuilding houses and things, and also other people in need in Lebanon, like the Syrian refugees, the multiple Syrian refugee camps that we visited throughout the trip. To bring the fundraising, it's important to show that the people in their situations, and so that's why overall it was, you know, a bit on the side of the negatives. And I got some really good news about that fundraiser in just a second, but I just want to mention, through all this negativity and all the suffering and unimaginable, unrelatable pain that I witnessed and you witnessed through the videos. I think that we saw how this term is overused these days and can be seen as a bit insensitive, but I think the resilience and the strength to keep pushing through. As you hear Badir just saying, his words are beautiful words. After the oppression that they faced, and he's still got that attitude of, you know, you're not going to keep us down. I think that's what I'm going to take away. And I want to end this video series on a bit of a positive and highlight the people, you know, because the people was, you know, so welcoming to me. I had great times, and thank you to everybody who made this possible, with Badir and everybody from Human Appeal. It was truly something special. Thank you to everybody who made this possible. You guys know who you are. The good news is that as this video is going live, we should have just hit our goal of $100,000 for people in need in Lebanon, people that have been left homeless due to the economic crisis and the Beirut explosion, also the refugees all over the country. $100,000 will help significantly. I mean, we're not going to change the world, but we are going to, you know, put a bit of a dent and lift some people's lives up a bit more. Samir, who you saw in the second video, the man who was living in those horrible conditions, I'm really happy to say that his house is under construction now. I video called him recently and we talked, and he was just wanted to say thank you so much. You know, you guys are a huge part of making that possible for Samir. It's amazing the tangible difference we can make, and it makes me emotional, it really does, to see the changes just in one man's life. It's not just Samir's life, he's kind of the poster boy of the changes, but all throughout Lebanon, many people's lives have been impacted thanks to everybody who's donated. And you hear Badir, and you can hear me now saying thank you so much for everything. Thank you for simply watching the videos, and if you did donate, you can't understand the impact you're making. And people that have been hit by something that was completely out of their control, you know, whether it's the refugees fleeing from war, or if it's the local people that have been hit by the economic situation and the explosion. So this is the third big fundraising project we've done together, me and you, the audience, to make people's lives a little bit better. So firstly it was Venezuela, then Afghanistan, and now Lebanon. I can't wait to see what we can do in the future. It's just really beautiful what we've created together here, and I owe it all to you guys, because without you, there's none of this doesn't exist. So thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart. That's genuine. To everybody in Lebanon, thank you for having me in your country, being so hospitable and welcoming me with open arms, touching my heart. Lebanon will forever hold a very special place in my heart, and I'll be following the situation very closely, and I hope to visit in the future when better days come. If you're interested in what's coming next on this channel, heading to a country very soon, in about a week or so, and the video should come shortly after that. Depends on a few factors. I just did try to go to another country, but I got denied entry. Flew all the way to this country, and they didn't let me in. So maybe I'll table that country for another time, but the next country will be something completely different to the Middle East. It'll be in a completely different area of the world. I'm really looking forward to this next country. It's going to be quite wild and loose, I think. So I hope you'll join me on that. I don't normally ask you guys to do this kind of thing, but next to the subscribe button there's a little notification, and seeing as I'll be out of uploading for a couple weeks, if you hit that notification, then YouTube will somehow let you know. I don't know how it quite works, but they'll let you know when a video comes up from my next destination. Thank you everybody for the continued support, and I hope you're all doing well. Obviously it's a hard time for everybody all over the world. 2020 was a tough year, but you know, here we are in 2021. Let's hope that things go up from here. Happy New Year. Thank you again, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from Hungary here. See ya.
To keep on moving, to keep on living, to keep on fighting another day. We're never gonna give up. We're never gonna stand down. All you guys, or everyone who is hearing me, I would like to shout out a big thank you to every single one of you.